Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Listen to this, y'all. So that's how I violated God. I was just ripping me off some booty, man. I didn't know that you gave me this gift, God. And I'm not ashamed. I know what shame will do. I'm just sitting here. I'm not going to stand in line and ask for no special privileges. I was born with privileges. And I went to the wrong place. And my mama had me going some places, making me think this is what it was when it wasn't. I didn't know. Lord, I didn't know. Them old black folks knew, the ones that really said, before I be a slave, I know who I am. I'll be dead and in my grave. And they the ones that, I went to Russia after, when were we in California, you remember?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to Russia after I left y'all. Then I met a brother, man.
You went to Russia after you left me?
Yeah, listen, I met a brother. And he was talking about, he said, you said 3 causes of death. Sleep deprivation, number 1. Dehydration, number 2. And lack of physical fitness, number 3. He said, and I heard you many years ago say physical fitness is godly. Athletic ability is ungodly. It's a violation to be on a football team or to run. Running is a violation. Running is a violation. So he said to me, he said, I checked this out. And I realized when I got into the sleep deprivation, I have all kind of rules. The universe has blessed me to make so much money. Never wrote a check, and I don't even know if it's any in there now, because I spend mine. I told a white researcher of mine, I want you to go around the world and find the number 1 scientist, authority on mother's milk. 2 weeks later, he called me back. He said, well, I got a shock for you. It's 2 of them at Oxford University. I said, tell them I'll give them $1 million apiece if they come over here for 6 weeks, and then another $1 million apiece after it's over. He said, the shocker, when you know they men. I'm going to have to leave you with this one because they know where we can go after what I tell you here. So they came. I carried them to the Black Hospital, Flint Gulches, in New Orleans. And we did the research on mother's milk. They had it. They have the authority on it. And those of you out there that's women that ever nursed a baby and you men who watch the baby being nursed, when she's feeding on the left breast, the right breast is leaking. That ain't milk. That's the universal God force leaking the poison out of her. If she smokes cigarettes, if she's around cigarettes, if she's around all kind of chemicals, if somebody's coming in the house, the pest control, so the baby don't get that, the universal God leaks that out of the breast that's not being sucked on. And then they asked me, Mr. Gregory, how do you pay us this kind of money? What are you looking for? I said, I don't know. I'm just looking for something. I feel something. So after they got ready to leave, I said, I thank you very much, and you always have to be kind and humble. And I said, I thank you, and what I'm looking for is a black woman had nursed this nation in the beginning. It was the nanny that fed little white children. And I know what's in the universal God's breast milk. I just couldn't put it on paper because I didn't have the scientific background. And thank you. And here's what I want to know as I give you your check. I want to know if my mama's mama have nursed your mama's mama. How many generations will it take before y'all become niggas? That's what I'm trying to find out, okay? called me, 20 years ago and said, Mr. Gregory, thank you. It's happening now. Listen to the loudness they play their music. Listen at the way they dress. Listen how they tear up their bodies. Listen. And I thank you for the privilege. We didn't know what it was. Thank you. I do a lot of that. Hey, man, I do. Shit, me and Victor Kavinsky, man, we took 30 rats to a laboratory in New Jersey and put them on cornflakes. And we took 30 more rats and put them on the boxes that the cornflakes came in. In 29 days, all the rats was dead from eating the cornflakes. When we shut the experiment down 25 years later, the rats was eating the boxes was still alive.
Wow.
What do that mean? It means from the corn to the flake. What color is corn? Is it orange or gold? What color is the cornflake? Where'd the box come from? From a tree. And even after they take it down, cut it, kill it, there's more nutrition left in that tree, which they made the box from, than is in cornflakes. That's what it's about.
Wow.
It's just that simple. That simple. And I try to apologize to the sister. 98% of my audience is white folks, and I always tell them the two strongest forces in the history of America is the black woman and the black church. And I tell them two things I never had. I never had dope. I just smoked a really didn't know dope. And I ain't never had sex with a white woman. And I let the sister know it ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm never having sex with a woman ain't got nothing to do with my love for a black woman. I'm scared of white women. When I went to the movies and looked at Frankenstein and Dracula and Wolfman, wasn't nothing. They wasn't coming out a number of white women's babies. And I was a little bitty boy. I didn't know. I said, Jesus Christ. Jesus. And I hear guys talking about they white. Ooh, no, it ain't got nothing to do with that. I just never go up in there where Frankenstein came from. So sisters, don't praise me. You can never, no, it ain't got nothing to do with my love for you. I'm just scared of it. From the movies. That's what they put in my head, the movies. And then how dumb she was. The dumbest sister I know on the planet, Frankenstein couldn't catch her. He moves a foot a month. He couldn't catch her. He wasn't catching up with white women. And they just screaming, I started cussing. I said, run, bitch, run. I'm sitting there. When I got through, I ran all the way out the door, yelling at her. Come on, get out of there. Oh, it's fun. Fun. And one day you need to do a show on the indigo children. You ever heard of them?
Oh, absolutely.
I can hear you.
I said, absolutely. I know a few myself.
Yeah, I got 3 in my house. They born with an IQ of 200 and go up. Most of them end up dead because the mothers and fathers, especially black folks, who want some kind of respect out their children because they can't get it from white folks. Respect me, I'm your mama. These young kids don't care nothing until they put them on them drugs and stuff. Not illegal drugs, you know. They think something's wrong with them. And one of my, there's the indigo, then came the crystal, and this year comes the 5th child. Be ready. Button up your safety belt. And so my little crystal granddad, he called me one day. He said, Granddad, that's the way they talk. Granddad, I want to ask you about my mother, which is your daughter. How long she been crazy? I said, how old are you? 6 years old. I said, well, you can't claim credit for that. She's crazy long before you was born. Come on, I got to run and get a plane. What's up? She wants us, me and my brothers, to say thank you and yes, sir, and no, sir, and please. And I said, I'm going to ask Grandpa. So she called me. And I said, tell her she's a fool. Don't nobody say thanks but idiots and people who's poor in spirit in that place where shame hangs out. I said, tell her, and she can talk to her, because in crystals they can memorize. They want to write nothing down to them. I said, tell her to say she's a damn fool, and to read her Christian Bible and see if Jesus Christ ever said thanks, and see if God ever told you to say thanks. He said, humble yourself. The mob will kiss you on your cheek and thank you and blow your car up 2 blocks away. It's humble. Humbleability, huh? Humbleability. That's what it is. And these children's coming through, and we might see the second coming of Christ. He said Christ is coming, but he didn't tell you how you're going to get here and how he's coming. You always want to take something and think you know 2 degrees that he's coming back. When? Who told you? It's already here. And so when you stop and think about it, and you all should get some people that know about that. There's a woman that wrote a book in New York. I think she has some beautiful stuff out on it. Or you might can find an indigo child that know. They are. And we keep looking at the world. The next war will destroy the world. Only the universal God, not the church that put this world here, will only be able to destroy it. And when that happens, it don't need no help from no Americans or Russians or these thugs. And when I go to jail, man, I love to visit death row. Do you know there's never been an atheist on death row? That's scary. Now, my mama was alive. She'd tell, she's trying to find a way. Oh, they just changed that. Come on, Mama. You always want to justify something with your ignorant self. Leave it alone, Mama. Oh, I don't know how I survived that song with you. One day she jumped me, and I called her a dirty name. I was 9 years old. And she said, no, you didn't. And I called her again. She said, the Bible said, honor your mother and father. She knows she jumped onto something she couldn't handle. And I said, you better go in that room while I sleep with my brothers and sisters and look at my Bible under the bed and look at that. I scratched that out and said, if you're honorable. If you're honorable. And when I look at you take off these white folks, I do that because I love you. I do that because you love Dad. Look where he is. We ain't seen him in 10 years. Don't tell me about love. If it wasn't for me taking off these white folks, you'd be dead. I said, I wish you'd have tried that. I'd have been happy. Mom, you remember you made the mistake to take me to work with you. My mother worked for the jewelry people and the Bushes. Rich white folks. I asked her one day, why you take? She said, shut up, boy. These white folk find out it don't cost them $42 a day to eat. She was shopping for the whole neighborhood. And she didn't know a thief is a thief. You're not a good thief or a bad thief, So she told me one day, she found out I didn't say the blessing. No son of mine to eat in this house without saying the blessing. I said, who said I want to eat here? If you come down the basement and pray what I stole, I come up here and pray over what you stole. I'm a better thief than you, Mom. I just can't justify mine through religion. 9 years old. 9 years old. 9 years old. Talking that smack to me and didn't know who I was. And then she jumped me, though. She hit me. You shut up, punk. See, when I call her that dirty name, she asked me, where'd I hear that? I hear Daddy call you that all the time. You ain't never grabbed his ears. I wish you would grab my ears again. You better have an army with you. Well, she told me out of that white man's house. Big in there, shut up, punk. She said, if you just stay quiet and be, you very special. Go out there and get the lawnmower and make like you're cutting the grass. He leaves at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to take you to the bookcase and show you books that most white folks can never read. And she carried me in there and showed it to me. And I read it. My life has never been the same. never been the